Hi guys, today we're going to react to Please Smile Again by NAMIE AMURO. First time reaction. This is a buy make offer request from A. Thank you, A, for requesting this song and for your support. Much appreciated.
Thank you, A. We appreciate the support once again. Thank you so much.
I have to say, before talking about the sound quality isn't the best. Something sounds kind of off, but it sounds like it's a cool song. Watching NAMIE AMURO perform and connecting it to what A wrote in their notes, she's apparently a big deal in Japan. A lot of the bands we react to that are coming from Japan are fans of hers, and I can see the inspiration. I can recognize that influence on bands we react to today. And so far, aside from the sound issues, I like her energy.
There was a lot of information in A's notes to kind of give us a background, I guess, about her. And I still don't feel like I fully understand exactly where she's coming from. There was something in the notes that said that she comes from the same school as Su Metal, from Baby Metal.
Yeah.
In Hiroshima. I don't know why, but I expected this to be kind of like a pop R&B kind of song. And then it started and those guitars kicked in. And I was like, oh, this is a bit more rockin'. And then she started singing and going into that sort of chorus. And yeah, it is in that sort of pop R&B realm. Very 90s sound to this song, which I, by accident, kind of found out was released in 2000. So this song is like 25-year-old song plus. Also, when I went looking for the lyrics, I saw a title in one of the links that basically called her the Japanese Madonna. And now seeing her on stage, I kind of get that. I don't even know if that's just somebody's take or if it's a real thing where in Japan that's how they consider her. But there is some kind of a legendary status about her from the sound of A's notes and again from the feel of this concert. This is an old concert, which I assume is why the sound issues are there. There are some sound issues that make it kind of maybe more difficult to kind of really hear her voice, but I'm getting a lot of that sort of charisma that she has when she's moving around on the stage and dancing. And also there's something very catchy to that chorus, which, like I said before, kind of puts me in that sort of 90s pop R&B area, which I can definitely see this song being like a massive hit if it was all in English and released in Europe or in the US or something like that. There's that sound to it. I really, really like that.
Yeah, you mentioned before, the song itself came out in 2000, not too far, right around the corner after the 90s. So maybe it was possibly conceived in the 90s, so we don't know.
This performance is from 2003, I should have said, not 2000, but still, the sound issues could have something to do with that, with the age of the recording or whatever was available at the time. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a disturbance, but we can power through that. I can still get a good feel for the song.
Yeah, I can totally see the whole pop influence. Regarding the time it came out and the time that pop stars came out from the West, this is the type of performance where you understand that the artist is also a professional dancer. So we're experiencing that here. It's different from most of the bands that we reacted to that are coming from Japan. The artists that we react to normally don't dance in intricate ways on stage, and I'm liking it. I can see the influence.
Yeah, this is unlike anything we've covered so far, I don't think. But when there was, let's call it a gear shift before the pole dancing, the sounds reminded me, for some reason, I'm not sure if it's at all similar, but it reminded me of Tomoyasu Hotei's Circus, if you remember. You know, it had those types of sounds. I'm not even sure, but for some reason popped into my head. The only artist of the ones that we've been reacting to from Japan specifically so far that this is anywhere near is very different musically, but stylistically there's something I can see of like Fujikaze, perhaps.
Fujikaze, yeah.
Because he's in that genre, sort of that R&B kind of, little bit of soul. And this is somewhere sort of near that. But it's a strange one because I'm looking at her and she looks so young, but I don't think this was early on in her career. I think she was already seasoned here. And that's because A said something in his notes about her retiring when she was 40. So I don't know exactly when that was, but it just got my mind thinking, trying to calculate. I was doing the thing from A Beautiful Mind where there's numbers everywhere. I was trying to work it out. I'm not a mathematical genius. I couldn't work it out. Again, because we don't have all the information. But it's very interesting. I would like to know more about her because she sounds great, even with the sound issues, and she looks like she's in total control. Like she knows what she's doing, she knows what she's there to do and how to do it. She seems to be in total control.
The choreography, the whole performance, it feels like it was ripped from the 90s. It was ripped from the 90s. When you mentioned Fujikaze, I could see it because Fujikaze also has distinctive choreography in his performances. And it just now hit me that we don't usually see that in Japanese bands. They dance, they move around, but they don't have what feels like a planned choreography. I think that's something to mention. It's not something that I'm used to seeing coming out of Japan. Even though I think it is coming from Japan, we just don't react to too many of those types of songs.
Yeah, because out of the Japanese acts that we've reacted to, not many are in that sort of pop R&B. Most of them are in rock or metal or something a little bit heavier, which generally doesn't involve choreography, unless you consider baby metal.
Yeah, of course. Baby metal is all yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
This song definitely has a vibe to it. I'm a big fan of pop R&B, especially 80s, 90s. So this song kind of clicks for me. I really like that chorus. I like the breaks and the dancing in between. It really, really works for me. I really enjoyed that. I'm now very, very curious about her and the rest of her music. I'd like to go down that rabbit hole because it's definitely a cool style and it kind of has a nostalgic air for me.
Subject matter wise, when the song started, I was leaning towards was thinking this was like an introspective conversation, like a person is talking to themselves, please smile again, like to cheer themselves up. But then it made me think otherwise, that this could possibly be a person talking to their lover or ex-lover, pining over the relationship or the failed relationship. There's like a vein of true love in there, because even though this is possibly the aftermath of a failed relationship, the narrator still wants their partner to smile again. So they want their ex to be happy again, or something that they feel like they need to take accountability for, because the whole intent is to bring forth some closure to whatever happened between them. That's what I got from it, but it's still ambiguous enough for me not to put my finger on it. I don't know what happened.
It's funny, I was mulling over the exact same thing, but the opposite way. I thought that at first this is someone singing it to their partner, and then I thought, oh, maybe she's singing it to herself. So I went the other way, but the same thing. And I think it could mean either, and it could mean both. But it's definitely after a breakup, because there was a line in there that said something about why are we breaking up. So it's somebody who still feels an intense love for someone they were in a relationship with, and they are now breaking up. And they're either trying to console, encourage something, cheer up, their partner, and saying, please smile again. Don't worry, it'll be okay. We're still connected. We'll forever be connected. Or she's saying it to herself. But it gave this whole song like this air of an anthem in a way about overcoming heartbreak. Kind of like saying, let's not fall apart over this breakup. Let's not sink into depression. Let's not concentrate on the pain. Let's concentrate on the fact that we are two people who still have a connection, and everything that went on was a positive, and look at that as a strength moving into the future kind of thing. It's an interesting approach, I guess, because it's something that usually is not done in this way in lyrics, if I'm even getting it right. I could be way off.
And it kind of makes me curious, pertaining to the year 2000, when the song came out, when a breakup happens, how would one know that their ex is taking it that badly, to the extent where they need to write a song about that, or to the extent that the narrator needs to talk about that? So it makes me curious to think, maybe they're not telling this to their ex to cheer up. Maybe they're telling it to themselves to cheer up, just because of the circumstances, just because they don't have any real way to know how hard their ex-partner is taking it. Because today we got social media, you could easily see if somebody's distraught over a breakup.
Yeah, but two people who are breaking up are not necessarily completely severing contact. So they could still see each other, they could still talk. But like I said before, it could be both, and it could be either or. It doesn't really matter. It works in that way, in this way, and it still has quite an impact, I think. But still, a very cool song from a very interesting artist that we'd love to find out more about. Thank you, A, for this awesome request, for introducing us to NAMIE AMURO, who we never heard of before, and one we'd like to know more about. So yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate the support.
Thanks, A, for this request. We enjoyed reacting to NAMIE AMURO very much, and thank you for your support. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, guys, thank you so much for all the support you're throwing our way. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye for now.
Bye, guys.